Okay, we are back. If you're with us on the app and on the website, I'm always most thankful for you. I'm thankful for everybody. I'm most thankful for those that are on the app and on the website because they've got to wait while you just see the slate that says stand by for a live event while I get everything ready. And you're so patient, and I appreciate that. If you're watching on Facebook and YouTube, well, you cheated because I just had to watch when I hit live. But that's okay. I love you too. We are live to the app, to the website, and to Facebook and to YouTube. Again, just a reminder, if you're on our Facebook page, subscribe to the KGNS YouTube channel because I will eventually stop streaming to Facebook. We will go over to YouTube, so there's a heads up for that, all right? I told you we had a second guest, and indeed we do. I've been wanting to have this young lady on for quite some time. I first came to know her from a video that I saw of her singing Hopelessly Devoted to You. And I was like, wow, who is this? It turns out she is Sonja de la Paz, and she's been in Laredo for the last 20 years, I think. And she is a local performer. And she right now is not in Laredo. She's in Beaumont. Sonja de la Paz, how are you? Good morning.
Hey, Ruben. How are you?
I'm doing well. Good to see you. Weird
Likewise.
That you could have just come over to the studio, but you're in Beaumont tonight. And we're going to talk
I never go anywhere, but the one time.
I know. I'm like, the one time I invite you, you're like, oh, man, I can't. I'm working or I'm in Beaumont. But thanks for joining me this morning. Your voice is just amazing. That one song to me was just phenomenal. But you have quite an extensive repertoire. You've done some Tejano music. You do just about anything. You've got a very extensive vocal range. So tell me a little bit about yourself first.
So I'm originally from Corpus Christi. I've been singing since I was about 13 years old. And it's just something that I've always done. I've always had a day job as well, but it's just, unfortunately, music doesn't pay the bills, not in my situation, but it's just something that I'm very passionate about. I really enjoy doing. I love performing and creating music, and it's just always going to be a big part of my life. So I'm happy to still be doing it today.
Now, you started when you were 13, you said?
Yep. I started doing like singing competitions, just performing like at talent shows and things like that. That's kind of how I started.
That's kind of a late start because a lot of kids will say they started when they were tiny. I mean,
5 or 6.
Yeah, I'm guessing you did start, but you didn't actually start really pursuing it until you were a teenager.
Right. So, of course, like I said, I'm from Corpus. So once Selena passed away, I mean, it kind of, I guess, inspired all of us. Yeah. So that's pretty much around the time when I started. My late aunt was a radio personality, so she always exposed me to all different kinds of music that she would get from the radio station. And my song selections were always all over the place because I was exposed to things that people wouldn't normally hear on the radio. Or so I was very grateful for that, to be exposed to all of that kind of music.
What's your favorite genre?
I'm going to have to say rock because
Really?
I feel like my voice tailors more to that, but it comes across in all my genres of music, I guess. So I really can't hide it. Yeah. But yeah, I enjoy everything.
Why would you say your voice is more tailored to rock? How would you describe your voice, I guess?
I have a more raspy kind of growly voice when I sing. So not necessarily when I talk unless I'm mad. No. But yeah, I hear that feedback a lot. So I feel rock is more the kind of appropriate genre for my voice, but like I said, it comes across in any style of music that I do. So it's my voice.
Now, you've done studio work, you've done live work. Obviously, you still do live work. Which do you prefer? You prefer the studio work or the live work?
I'm going to say live 100 times. Yeah. I love, interacting with the people, and just the feedback and the vibe you get from being on stage is pretty much like no other. So.
Now, you perform locally around Laredo, and I know you travel as well. But and folks are going to get an opportunity to see you tomorrow, and that's why I wanted to have you on. But if they're local in Laredo, where would they see you if they want to come check you out?
So we started doing gigs again because during COVID, of course, everything had kind of stopped, and kind of getting back into the routine of work and things like that. So we started back the band again. It's called The Bottom Line. It's a local cover band in Laredo, and we perform right now mostly at AJ's. We do like once a month. Our personal lives are always very busy, but that is something that we love to do. So we try and at least stick in a gig at least once a month. So that's pretty much where you can find us. Or if you hear Bottom Line at any other local establishments, feel free to hop on in.
Sure. Now, do you have any, are you working on any albums, Sonja? Do you have any albums? If anybody wants to find you in the digital world, how could they find some of your music?
So I do have original music on all digital platforms, Spotify, YouTube, all that good stuff. And up until COVID is when I started releasing my original songs. They're mostly cumbias, which is weird, I know, considering I love rock music. But Tejano has always been something that was very near and dear to my heart. It's kind of how I started. So that's kind of how we wanted to start the original project. But we do have plans to switch up genres and stuff. But for right now, that's pretty much what you can find me singing on in the digital world.
And have you put together a full album of Tejano music yet?
Not a full album. We just released singles, mainly because we feel like the album world isn't what it used to be. People don't go out and buy CDs anymore and things like that. But so we kind of focused all of our attention one song at a time. That seemed to work for us. So,
You've got a lot of support. I know this is a family affair as well. Your husband is a musician. Diego, tell me a little bit about him and what he does.
He's so handsome. No, we've been married for quite some time now, 15 years. And he was a guitarist when I met him, and that's what I fell in love with. And so we've been performing together ever since. And he produces all of my music. We have a home studio. And he's done my music videos. He's extremely talented. And I'm so grateful that we get to do this together. It's something we're both very passionate about. And I just love that we support each other and we kind of got each other's backs in this project.
Do you ever get on each other's nerves when it comes to the business?
Absolutely. He loves to buy equipment, and I'm like, wait, we got to check the bank.
If you would have said no, we're perfect all the time, I would have said, you're a liar.
You're a liar. No, but I mean, he's always trying to justify his purchases, and it's what we do. So
who's got the better ear? I'm guessing he does.
Definitely him. Yeah. I mean, I sing by ear. I'm not musically educated or anything like that. I've always just sang from the heart and by ear. I'm not trained at all. And he's, he can play so many countless instruments and he plays them well. So I cannot play anything. So he definitely has a better ear.
Now, do you both work on a particular song together, or does it come from one or the other, or how does it usually come together?
There's never really a cookie cutter way to do it. It really is like, he can tell me like, hey, I'm working on this song, and I'll go in and we can write something together. But for me, I find that if the music is laid out first, that's easier for me to write or create. And, sometimes he'll start with a piano or a guitar, just a real basic, and then we just kind of build it from there.
Now, do you play any instruments yourself?
I play absolutely nothing.
Right.
And I can't, not even a little bit, I can't. So there's no way. I suck.
Hey, I'm the voice. Come on.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got going for me.
Sonja de la Paz is joining us this morning. She's a local artist. You can catch her every so often with the Bottom Line at AJ's. But you can actually catch her tomorrow, and that's why I wanted to have you on, Sonja. Tomorrow, George Lopez is in town, and by the way, you're going to be performing before he comes on stage. What's up with that?
So we're very fortunate to, this will be our second time performing, opening up for George. He does it often where he invites musical acts to perform before his shows as doors are opening and people are finding their seats, just some, added entertainment. Which is awesome. And his team is very awesome in inviting, little nobodies like like myself. And I'm performing with my really great friend, Carla Cristina. And she is the one actually who extended the invitation to me. So I'm very grateful for that. Diego performs with her as well. And so she's been doing it for quite some time. She's done numerous shows with George. And recently we performed in Dallas together. She invited me for a couple of songs. And she's invited me again for Beaumont and Laredo. So, we're really excited to, we get to perform on these really big stages, and we normally wouldn't be offered these opportunities. So we're really grateful for that.
How have the performances that you've done with them so far gone?
They're great. It's sometimes it's a little awkward. The lights are still on or whatever, but I mean, it's, people really seem to enjoy the show, and a lot of times it's not advertised that there's live music before the show. So it's almost like a little surprise as they're, getting ready to start the show.
Yeah.
The music ranges, we do a little bit of everything. So nobody's, it's not like a country set or, we kind of cater to everybody. So.
And do you do cover music or do you original?
Both. We do both originals and covers.
Now, will this be the first time you perform before George Lopez here in Laredo?
Yes.
Yes. And have you met George Lopez, by the way?
I have not.
Really?
So the first, I've only performed once. So the first time we did that was in Dallas. He had, was really cool. They filled up the arena. We did a show and it was all over. They cleared out the arena, filled it up again, and he did another set. So, I mean, we were all exhausted by that time. So 2 shows back to back. I'd never seen that done, but the way the facility clears everybody out and fills it back up again is amazing. Like they do it in record time. And so that was really interesting to watch. But I mean, we didn't want to bother him. He was exhausted from doing 2 shows.
Yeah.
But then we had to leave. And so I'm hoping this weekend we get to meet him.
Yeah. Well, in your hometown, it would only be fair. I mean, I would
think. I know.
Well, is Laredo considered your hometown since you're from Corpus?
I do consider it my hometown. Okay. All of my family is in Corpus. But I mean, we've been here for so long. Our kids have, born and raised here and all that good stuff. So
your roots are here.
Absolutely.
So, Sonja, what's it going to be like performing here in Laredo before George Lopez comes on stage?
Well, I hope it's going to be packed. No,
but emotionally if you don't have your,
if you don't have your,
emotionally for you, what's it going to be like?
It's going to be great. I mean, I've had a couple of times to perform at the arena. We've done drug rallies, we've done different scenarios, I guess you can say. But to be able to perform a couple of my original songs, that's going to be really great, especially in my hometown. So
I'm gonna steal a page from Lovo. Are you a fan of George Lopez?
I am.
You asked me that yesterday, didn't you?
Yes, I really am, and I have been for years. I mean, I love his comedy. I love to laugh. I love to make people laugh. So it's just, I mean, I've been a band for a very, very long time, and when we were presented with this opportunity, it was like a duh. Yeah. So we're really excited.
Let us think about it. Yes.
Yeah.
That kind of thing, right? That's awesome, Sonja. I look forward to seeing more material from you. And this does not excuse you from coming to the studio and sitting down with me, by the way. I already told you that, but I did want to get you on before Saturday, since this event is tomorrow and people will have a chance to check you out on stage here at the Sames Auto Arena. So you'll have to come back. Let us know what you're working on. I know you've done some work with Joe Ojeda, who was with Selena. He's a Laredo as well. So I'd like to talk some more with you about all that stuff. But anything else you want to add before I let you go?
Just to the people of Laredo, if you have not got your tickets, you can get them at the Arena page website. You can get them at Ticketmaster. They start at $30, which is, I think, very affordable. And doors open at 6 p.m. and we start at 6:15 promptly. So if you don't have anything to do or you're trying to kill time before the show, get there a little early and you can catch some awesome live music.
Absolutely. Can you say break a leg for tonight? If I tell you break a leg, does that work for musicians?
Yeah, that doesn't bother me.
Break a leg tonight in Beaumont, Sonja.
I'll break both.
Okay. Well, no, we need you here. So just break one and leave the other one for tomorrow here in
I'll
Laredo.
live back home.
Pleasure talking to you, Sonja. God bless you and Diego.
Likewise.
Y'all good luck tonight and have a safe trip back, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you so much, Ruben. Thank you, KGNS, for having us.
Absolutely.
Thanks. Bye.
All right, I got to go. They're waiting for me because we got to go do the noon show. I'll be seeing you at noon on KGNS. Thanks for watching. Have a blessed Friday. Have a blessed weekend. Don't forget the latest episode, or the first episode of In Search of Miracles, has now been uploaded to the YouTube channel for KGNS and is also on the KGNS website. Check it out. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a blessed day.